Everything comes from the darkness.
It's Mac the Guru. We back. Westworld, episode 5. So this one that we just seen, it was a Sirach backstory. Basically, mixed in with Caleb getting high and all that. But it was a Sirach backstory. They give us the backstory about him and how he took the company from Liam father, what he did with his brother, how he created his brother to be one of these hosts in Westworld. And how he basically took over the company. At the beginning, it showed him like just demonstrating his power. Everything about that opening scene, when they were speaking the other language, just said power. The the way that he still spoke English instead of speaking the other language, even though he knew the other language, but it's just showing, hey, it's just a thing of power. That whole scene was just like, hey, I'm powerful. And you see he created everything. So throughout the whole episode, they showing his backstory, his power, and at the end, it gets stripped away from him. That's basically what we see. He's showing the hologram of him. He's going everywhere. And at the end, he realizes that Dolores is winning. Like, she's taking it. He look at his watch, and you see his watch is like the Westworld, like basically Westworld 1 intro when it used to come on. But his watch is like bleeding, like the black part is bleeding. It's like it's fading, and that's what it's symbolizing, that he's losing power. At the beginning, they show you that he has power. Then throughout the episode, they show you how he got his power. Then at the end, you see him losing his power. His power is fading. So that was good. Caleb. Yeah, I don't know about Caleb. He was high this whole episode. They did the whole black and white scenes. I don't know. But another thing, he's in love with Dolores. He don't even know it. You could tell when he was high and he looking at her like, oh my God. Then he see her get shot, and she just zip up her jacket, of course, because she could take it. But, Caleb is... And then when Liam died, you see Caleb, he kind of... The real him came out. He's trying to help him. He's dying, he's bleeding, he's trying to help him. We also got to see Liam as a kid. When they was going back into Sirach thing, you see little Liam, as a kid with his father. And I thought that they was going to go deeper into that, but then I realized, okay, they doing Sirach backstory. So that's what this was. Other parts of this episode that I thought was cool, I'm not going to lie, this wasn't my favorite episode out of this season. I can't even. It definitely wasn't as good as last episode, but it really wasn't my favorite, But some other things in the episode, you had Giggles, which is Marshawn Lynch, and he's basically playing Marshawn Lynch, so it's not like he's kind of, I don't know, he's basically being Marshawn Lynch, but that's cool. But him and Ash, they save Caleb, or they save Liam life, basically. But when Caleb and Dolores was having them and they was going to war with Sirach's people, here comes Giggles and Ash. They come save his life. And I kind of don't like how much Westworld is doing the guest appearance thing. It's like almost every character a guest appearance. Like, come on. Like, every character don't got to be a guest appearance. All right, but it goes on, and we get to see Giggles and Ash. They have a role in it, and um, it was a bunch of dialogue. But it get to the train scene when Dolores first let everybody see their fate, right? So it popped up on her phone. Martin then got all the information. He had Bernard, by the way. We gonna talk about Bernard and Martin, but or Dolores. It's Dolores and Martin body, but he get the information, send it to Dolores. She sends it out, so now everybody knows their fate, like when they gonna die. And because this machine got all the information, so it can predict their future. So it's telling them when they gonna die. You see a scene where it's a guy arguing with a girl, like he done found out something she did to him, or so that was crazy. I think that's when Sirach finally, that's when he started noticing, like, oh my God, I'm losing. Like I'm losing, And Martin was the guy that betrayed him, but really Martin been dead. Is Dolores, right? So, that character betrayed Sirach. But the key thing is he let Bernard go. Stubbs came and, they fought him off, but he really wasn't going after Bernard. He knows Bernard is still necessary. And what we got to remember is Bernard knew that Dolores did something to him, and he was trying to check it. When episode 1, episode 2, he's trying to figure out what Dolores has done to me. And he got close to figuring it out in episode 2. Right? They was in Westworld looking for Maeve. He sits down because he figured out, okay, this equipment haven't been tampered with. Let me do a scan to see if Dolores has did anything to me. So he's doing the scan, and Stubbs is fighting off people, but it's too many people to fight off, so he has to stop, right? So he did not finish that scan, and they're keeping him alive. Martin's telling him, hey, you're necessary still. So that let me know Dolores has done something to Bernard. So we're going to see if Bernard able to figure out what Dolores has done to him yet, or if he hasn't. I'm most likely going to do a prediction on the trailer, because the next episode, we get my man, the man in black. He's back. I thought he was gone for good, but he not. He's going to be back. So that's going to be great. The next episode seems like it's going to be action-packed. They kind of brought it down a little bit for this episode, but it's still Westworld, so it's a good episode, but out of the whole season, it wasn't my favorite, But yeah, man, I'm gonna do a prediction on the next one, so be here to check that out next week. And as always, man, if you still here right now, make sure you subscribe and like. If you done made it this far, make sure you subscribe and like. It's Mac the Guru. We'll be back again next week, same time. And probably Wednesday, I'll drop a theories for the trailer and episode 6. Everybody be easy and stay safe.